Hey Yogis, welcome to Yellow Yoga. My name is Kelly and I'll be guiding you today. This practice is a gentle, full body yoga flow. We'll spend most of our time close to the ground, moving really slowly and really focusing on mindful movement, while we also build some muscle and increase flexibility. I love practices like this early in the morning as a way to ground and center before I start my day. Create a nice little ambiance for yourself, roll out your mat, and let's get started. We'll start today's practice on the ground. So go ahead and make your way down to the mat and find a nice, comfortable seat. Close your eyes or lower your gaze and begin to connect to your breath, creating a nice, steady rhythm. Maybe on these first couple of breaths, breathe just a little deeper than you normally would. And then see if you can settle into your body a bit more. Notice any tension in the physical body. And see if you can breathe into this tension and relax. Notice any internal tension you might be feeling. Knots in the stomach, tightness in the chest. Again, see if you can breathe into this area and just loosen it up a bit. Turn your attention to your hands now. Notice the sensation on the hands. What are your hands physically feeling at this moment in time? Now turn your attention to the sensation on the inside of your hands, the aliveness pumping through your hands. Maybe your hands start to heat up slightly or tingle as you think of them. Maybe wiggle the fingers just a bit to notice and appreciate the agency of your hands. Not that they belong to you, but that they are a part of you. Now let your hands decide where they want to be for the last few opening breaths of this practice, and honor their choice. Drop your fingertips to the mat on either side of your body. Keep your neck long, shoulder blades down. Inhale to lift the hands out to your side and up to the sky, fingertips kiss in prayer overhead. And exhale, release the hands back down to your sides. Inhale, lift the hands back up. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, lift the hands back up to the sky. Exhale, release. Inhale once more, lifting the hands. And this time, exhale for cactus arms. Draw the elbows down, shine the chest toward the sky, gaze up. Inhale, hands coming back up overhead. And exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, hands back up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale once more, lifting the arms. And exhale, bring the arms stretched out to your sides in a T shape. Inhale, send the arms back in space slightly, squeezing your shoulder blades to open the chest. Exhale, round the spine, bringing the hands forward in space like a bird flapping its wings. Inhale once again to open the chest, and continue this movement here with the rhythm of your own breath. Shining the chest, rounding the spine, just like a bird flapping its wings. Wherever you are, inhale to lift both hands up to the sky, and exhale to bring your left hand to your right knee and reach your right hand over your head for a twist and chest opener. And take a couple breaths here, exploring the sensations in your body. Gaze is just past the right armpit. And feel free to twist just a bit more if you can. Inhale to lift both hands back up to the sky in prayer. And exhale, switch sides, right hand to left knee, left hand reaching over your head. And breathe. Inhale to lift both hands back up to the sky in prayer. And exhale to release the hands down to your sides. And we'll roll all the way down to our backs. Bring your knees to your chest for a gentle squeeze. Hugging the knees. And rock a little side to side if you want to. When you're ready, send your left leg out long, hovering just above the mat. Notice the sensation, the stretch in your hip flexor. Probably feels pretty nice right here. And switch sides, hugging the opposite knee, opposite leg stretched out long. Maybe move that knee a little bit left and right, giving the hip flexor a little massage. Send both legs out long. And we'll lift both legs all the way up, soles of the feet shining toward the sky. Try to straighten the legs if you can. And see if you can get comfortable here in this inversion. Make it your own however you'd like, maybe using the hands to help you straighten the legs. Maybe just focusing your attention on your core muscles. And once you're comfortable, we'll start to use the breath and body to activate the core just a little bit more. So let's take one big inhale here with the legs straight up to the sky. And exhale to hug your right knee to your chest and lower your left leg to hover over the mat. Inhale to bring the legs back up to straight. And exhale to switch. Hug your left knee, right leg stretched out long. Inhale to bring the legs back up to straight. And exhale, continue on your own here. See if you can really use your core to move yourself. Ten more seconds of movement. Stay focused on your breath, focused on your body. On your exhale, bring both of the knees to your chest for a little break here. Hug your knees, give it a little squeeze. When you're ready, lift the legs straight back up to the sky. And we'll start to do more breath work and movement here. Before we start, let me just explain. We'll inhale for an 8 count at the top. Exhale for an 8 count to lower the legs. Inhale for an 8 count at the bottom, which will feel like a really nice break. That's when your feet are actually going to be on the mat, so you can really relax when you're at the bottom. Then we'll exhale for an 8 count to lift the legs, and so on. So we're always still in our inhales, and we're moving and engaging the core on our exhales. If you need just a little break before we start, take the knees back into the chest. Then straighten the legs, straight up to the sky. All right, all together. Inhale at the top, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale to lower for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale at the bottom and relax. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale at the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax at the bottom. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just do 2 more here on your own. If this movement doesn't work for you, feel free to adjust it or explore and find a new movement that you do enjoy. If you're miserable, it's not for you. It's as simple as that. So just make it your own. Try to enjoy this breath work, this core work. Bring your knees into your chest for a little squeeze. Then bring the soles of your feet to the mat, knees shining up to the sky. And do a little body scan here to evaluate how you're feeling in your body. Notice any areas of tension or tightness. And see if you can soften and get back to that relaxed state. Adjust your feet so they're in line with your knees now. And reach your hands toward your feet. On an inhale, press down through your feet to lift your hips off the floor for bridge pose. And hold it here for a couple of breaths. And take a long exhale to lower all the way down to the mat. And as soon as you're down, take a long inhale to raise the hips once again off the floor for bridge. And at the top of your breath, exhale once again to lower all the way down. And continue on your own here, moving slowly and mindfully with the breath. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. And we'll meet with our backs to the mat. Grab the knees, bring them toward the chest, stretching out the glutes here. Bring the soles of the feet back down to the mat, knees over ankles. And we'll take bridge pose once more. Inhale to press into the feet and lift the hips. From here, exhale to spread the knees wide apart and bring them back to center. Inhale to lower the hips and lift them once again. Exhale to spread the knees and bring them back to center. Follow my cues again. Inhale to lower the hips and lift the hips again. Exhale to spread the knees and bring them back to center. And continue on your own here. You might take a couple breaths to find your rhythm. If this rhythm doesn't work, feel free to change it. Remember, the goal is always to enjoy the movement. And we'll meet with our backs to the mat, grabbing the knees one more time, stretching out the glutes. And from here, make your way up to a seat. Feel free to stretch out the legs or do whatever movement feels good before really arriving in your seated position. And we'll take butterfly pose now. So bring the soles of the feet to touch in front of you and sit up nice and tall. And then maybe hinge forward just a bit at your hips to feel a nice stretch in the inner thighs and groin. Feel free to fidget and play around with your legs, your hands, your feet. Just make this your own here. And then once you're comfortable, find stillness. And we'll be here for about a minute. Let's come out of butterfly pose, and we'll come forward onto our hands and knees. We'll spread the knees wide, toes together, and then sink the hips back to our heels for a wide child's pose. And we'll hang out here as well for about a minute. Focus on your breathing here, taking slow, deep breaths, really melting the hips down to the earth. We'll slowly transition to frog pose now. So bring the hips up and forward just a bit. And then separate the toes so the thighs and shin bones are coming to 90-degree angles. Keep the feet flexed here. And then try to keep the hips in line with the knees. If you're in any pain here, bring the knees just a bit closer together. If you need a bit more of a stretch, scooch the knees out just a bit wider. And then try and find comfort so you feel a stretch in your hips, but you don't feel any pain. Maybe that means staying up on your hands. Maybe it means coming down to your forearms, or even straightening your arms all the way out in front of you. Just play around for a bit and find your happy place. You might even take a second to fold your mat horizontally to give you some extra padding under your knees. And then once you're comfortable, try to relax and take deep breaths. And we'll be here for about a minute. Slowly push yourself up to your hands. Bring the feet to touch behind you slowly. And walk the hands closer to your body until you can find your way to your sits bones. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor about mat width apart. And just windshield wiper the knees from left to right, getting a bit of movement back in the hips. And then bring the feet in toward you to come to a comfortable cross-legged seat. Close your eyes if they're not closed. Bring the hands to the knees, palms open, sitting up nice and tall. And just do a body scan here, starting at the top of your head and working your way all the way down to your toes. See if you can notice any tension or tightness, any body parts that are tempted to fidget. And then consider any final poses or postures you'd like to take for yourself before we make our way to Shavasana. I'll give you 60 seconds to work in whatever movement you need to before we close our practice. Wherever you are, even it out if you need to. Work in any final movements. And then make your way down to your back, legs stretched out long, palms open at your sides. Take a couple seconds to settle in and get comfortable. Release any tension you're holding in the neck, jaw, shoulders, diaphragm, hips, thighs, ankles, feet. Release tension from between the eyebrows, the ears, and melt down toward the earth, getting heavier and heavier with each breath. Release your mind from thinking, just focusing on your breath, moving your body up and down. As always, I encourage you to stay in Shavasana for a couple of minutes to reap the full benefits of the practice today. Maybe take a second or two to set a timer for yourself and then come back to Shavasana. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Namaste.